it's like no one should ever feel special about being good at something. It's like he's like, 'cause he's like that's you're born with a God-given right to be good at something. He's like everyone's born with the potential to be good at something. Like whether or not you realize that potential, well, that's up to you. He's like the day you should feel special is the day you find out you're good at more than one thing. He's like, because then you have something to offer someone, or something to offer the world that no one else has, and that's something else. Like that's something more than the person over there, the person over there. And she's like, oh God. It's like, wait. It's like, yeah, it's so true. It's like being good at two things. It's like, yeah, everyone strives to be good at something. Well, then you're just like everyone else. Be good at two things, three things, four things. Be good at five things, six, seven, eight. But he's like, don't just strive to be good at something, one thing. It's everyone does that. That's not special.
Ooh, I like that.
That's his
Well,
flash of mixed martial arts. He's like, yeah, some people are good at boxing, some people are good at wrestling, some people are good at kickboxing, some people are good at Muay Thai, some people are good at jujitsu. Like, you're going to be good at all of them. Yeah,
but it's,
that's
you know
he's like
what? But
that's
though it
also
makes
he's
you
like,
well-rounded, and I think it would set you up for more success. If you're, I agree
yeah,
with that mentality, right? If you're only focusing on the one thing, then I mean, look, if you compare this to acting, because we are the actors, it's like, okay, so great, you're good at acting, but also why not go behind the camera? Why not become a writer? Why not take on these different roles and see all the different perspectives so you can have a greater understanding of what it is to create something, put it together. At least that's how I've been
yeah.
feeling.
Me and a good friend of mine, Jordan Gray, were always talking about it. Like the years of just being an actor are over.
It's
They're
true.
over.
Ooh,
Doesn't
it's
work
very
that way
true.
anymore.
Yeah.
They're like you got to find your slash. You're an actor slash what?
Oh, find your slash. You've got really good at whipping stuff out.
And
Let me.
even at parties and stuff, it's like you no longer introduce yourself as an actor anymore. If you introduce yourself as an actor, they immediately, oh, cool, on to the next person. They don't give a shit.
See, that's
But
funny.
if you
Yeah.
like, we have interest. Oh yeah, I'm a writer. Oh, you're right. Tell me more. Then work your way into yeah, yeah. No, I act as well. Like I act in some of the things I write, or I've done this, I've done this. I act as well, but I'm a writer. They go, oh, okay, cool. And then they're like, you got to find something else nowadays. It was I can't remember if it's a book or a movie. Maybe it's like both, like a documentary and a book. It's called The Cavalry's Not Coming, and they're like
Oh.
they go in there, and there's like an example of they're like, yeah, as much as we all love Robin Williams, it's like and like how his story of how he was found and how it worked out and stuff. It's like that doesn't happen anymore. Those days are gone. It's like I don't know if anyone knows the story of how Robin Williams got his break. It was like they were producing or they were doing the casting for Mick and Morty.
Yeah.
Is that this first like sitcom he did? I can't remember. Is Morty the alien?
Oh, I've never watched the
Or is
show.
that
I
Mick?
just know he was in it. I don't know.
One
Morty
of them's an
sounds more
alien.
like an alien.
One of them was the alien, and they couldn't do it. And I think it
Oh,
was like the
that could have been
casting
it.
director's son that came into work that day or something. And then he was saying, he's like, "There's this guy out in the street who's doing like comedy stuff. We should bring him in to audition." His dad was like, "Why?" He's like, "Well," he's like, "when I saw his hat this morning, it was empty. It's full now, so he's doing something right." They brought him in, and boom, that was Robin Williams. They're like, that shit doesn't happen anymore. Someone sees you on the street with an empty hat, they're gonna put some money in it. It's full, they're gonna keep walking. But no one's gonna be like, hey, you wanna come audition for this sitcom? That doesn't happen anymore. He's like, the cavalry's not coming. He's like, the day's waiting on the phone or by the phone for your agent to call you. He's like, that's not how it works anymore. He's like, you broke it down. And like, he's like, you want to know how you make it nowadays? He's like, you get a couple of your friends and you make the shittiest movie the world has ever seen. And you make it. You make it and you be proud of it. You be proud of it. You show it to everyone. They're all going to tell you it sucks. And he's like, let me confirm. Your movie does suck. It's bad. But you got to be proud of it. You show it to everyone. And you're going to do that. He's like, one person, maybe one, is going to see some glimmer of hope in that movie. And they're going to give you the opportunity to film your second piece of shit. And he's going to be atrocious. He's like, it's going to be bad. Maybe even worse than the first, because now you have confidence. And that can be such a bad thing for people to have, is overconfidence. But he's like, you're going to do it. and you're gonna be proud of that piece of shit, and you're gonna show it to everyone. And then he's like, if you're gonna do that for a year, you're gonna film like 10 pieces of garbage and show them to the world. Like someone is gonna see a glimmer of hope in your garbage. And he's like, if you keep doing that until you miraculously, maybe one day, a couple years down the road, get one of your movies into a festival. He's like, it's not going to be a good festival. He's like, your shitty movie is now going to be in a shitty festival. But the point is, he's like, it's always going to be that next person who sees that next little glimmer of hope. He's like, if you do this on repeat, like a vicious cycle, like 10 years, and each person that sees that glimmer of hope is going to give you an opportunity to film your next little glimmer of hope until maybe you're a lead from a show 15 years ago notices your movie and goes, I was on the OC. I was the lead of the OC. I'd like to uh I'd like to work with you on your next project. And you go, wow, no one's seen you in 10 years. But why not? Sure. And then someone somewhere sees, is that the guy from the OC in that movie? Yeah. What is this? What are we looking at right now? Who wrote this? Who is it? Who's this person he's with? Who's this actor right here? And then all of a sudden, before you know it, someone's like, "Oh, now people who are capable of doing things start to notice your stuff." And and the whole time that's all happening, your agent will be calling you. You will be getting auditions. You might even book some. He's like, you'll start to care less and less about the next time your agent calls. And then eventually, you'll keep doing that, and you've made it. You won't even notice it happened. All of a sudden, you're in a room with people who are able to do things, and you're making things that are actual things, and they got budgets behind them, and you're working with stars. And then he'll be like, this is the realization. He's like, you know why the cavalry was never coming? He's like, because you are the cavalry. Like, oh, he's like, the cavalry's not coming because the cavalry was always there. I was just like, oh, I was like, God, fucking gonna fire my agent now. Let's go. I was like, it spoke so true, and I was like, oh. And now this is like the year I feel like I started to do that. Our little team has gone together,
Yeah.
and we've made our first couple of pieces of shit, and we're just gonna keep making shitty things.
Well, how many do
Till,
you have? You got till 10, right? You got to do 10 of them? Or is
yeah,
it like
yeah, I'd
three
say
of
at
them?
least 10.
You have 10 already?
Um, no, no, we've done Hunting Darkness and Fishbowl.
Okay, okay. You're
And apparently neither of them are pieces of shit, so we're
I know, I thought it
ahead of
wasn't bad.
ahead of the herd.
Okay. I haven't seen it,
Yeah.
but I've heard good things. Again, it might be biased because I've heard it from everyone that was in Fishbowl. But
Yeah, it's true.
yeah.
Hunting Darkness has been cruising the festival circuit, doing pretty well for itself. I think I'm just good at playing bad guys, is what it is.
I was wondering, were you the darkness in Hunting Darkness? Were they hunting you?
I think is what's called a red herring.
Oh, wait. Oh, did we just give away? Okay. Spoiler
Like
alert. My
think
bad. Okay. I don't know.
people think I'm the bad guy. Turns out I am a bad guy, just not the baddest guy.
Oh,
Yeah,
I like that.
yeah. I play the darkest parts of humanity and everything,
Why?
but there's always someone darker.
Do you, are you just good at those roles? Do you like those roles?
I think I just look like those roles.
So you got like a Hallmark boy inside of you, but you have to just go with your look.
Yeah, internal sweetheart, external worst parts
Yeah,
of
that
humanity.
sounded really bad. The phrasing, I don't mean an actual Hallmark child is inside of you. That's disgusting.
Oh no,
Okay.
I'm about 4 months. 4 months now.
Oh, well,
Four
I'm really
months.
happy for you. Okay. Okay.
Yeah, it's water weight is what's really starting
Oh,
to set in.
that's
Because
classic second trimester, right?
I'm hydrating for 2 now. Um, so it's fine. I've been watching that Arnold movie though, where he gets pregnant, so I know how to deal
Classic.
with it.
Is that Junior, I
Yeah,
believe?
'cause
Yeah.
I think so because eventually this baby does have to come out,
Hmm.
and well, it's not coming out in any natural sort of way.
C-section.
Yeah, I thought about going with like an H, more like an H
Oh,
scar,
interesting. Why not a Q? A little, a little curvy.
or an M because it's gonna be Michael Joseph Delaney the
Oh, I
14th.
thought, why not just a J, right? You just extend the C and then it's your middle initial. So you don't have to completely ruin the stomach, but just a nice.
Don't worry.
Yeah.
Stomach's ruined as it is. It's all good.
Oh, okay.
It's not. I don't have any tattoos on it yet, so it's fine.